Stokely Standiford Churchill Carmichael was born in Port of Spain, Trinidad in 1941 and moved to New York City at age 11. By his teens, he was swept into the current of the US Civil Rights Movement, attending the Bronx High School of Science and then Howard University. As a freshman, he plunged into protest, joining the 1961 Freedom Rides, where he was jailed in Mississippi's infamous Parchman Penitentiary. Soon he became a tireless organizer for SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, fighting for black voting rights in the Deep South. By 1964, he was a leader in Mississippi's Freedom Summer and helped launch the Lowndes County Freedom Organization in Alabama, whose Black Panther symbol later inspired the Black Panther Party. These struggles forged his conviction that African Americans needed independent political power, an idea he would soon name Black Power. In May 1966, at just 24, Carmichael was elected chairman of SNCC. Weeks later, during James Meredith's March Against Fear in Mississippi, Carmichael, fresh from his 27th arrest, stood on a flatbed truck and roared, "We been saying freedom for 6 years and we ain't got nothing. What we're gonna start saying now is Black Power." The crowd erupted, and the phrase echoed across the nation. For many, it was a rallying cry of pride, unity, and self-determination. To others, it sounded like a threat. Carmichael insisted it meant not hate for whites, but strength for black people to control their own destiny. Under his leadership, SNCC shifted away from interracial integration and strict nonviolence. He argued that nonviolence was a tactic, not a principle, and that black communities needed to build their own political and economic institutions. His fiery oratory made him an icon to some, a menace to others. FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover branded him a potential black messiah, and federal surveillance closed in. Yet Carmichael pressed on, opposing the Vietnam War with the chant, "Hell no, we won't go," and tying the US struggle for equality to worldwide movements against colonialism. After a stormy year at SNCC's helm, he stepped down in 1967, but the words Black Power had already reshaped America's racial politics. That same year, Carmichael carried the message abroad. In London, at the Dialectics of Liberation Congress, his call for dignity and independence electrified Britain's black community and helped spark the British Black Power movement. Alarmed, authorities banned him from re-entering the UK and launched disinformation campaigns against him. His reputation now spanned continents, beloved by activists, maligned by governments. By 1968, disillusioned and hounded by US intelligence, Carmichael turned to Africa. He settled in Guinea, embraced by leaders Kwame Nkrumah and Ahmed Sékou Touré, and in 1978 he adopted the name Kwame Touré. For the next 3 decades, he devoted himself to Pan-Africanism, building the All-African People's Revolutionary Party and linking struggles across the Caribbean, the Middle East, and the United States. He married South African singer Miriam Makeba, traveled constantly, and always greeted crowds with his mantra, "Ready for revolution." Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Touré, died in 1998 in Guinea at just 57 years old. Even in his final days, he declared, "I'm still ready for revolution." His legacy is vast. The young man who first shouted Black Power in Mississippi gave a generation pride in their heritage and a vision of self-determination. In Britain, he is remembered for helping ignite new movements for justice. In Africa, for his lifelong Pan-African mission. Time has softened the controversies, but not the power of his words. In the story of the 1960s, Carmichael's voice remains a bold, unyielding stroke, defiant, proud, revolutionary. And even now, whenever people stand tall and insist on dignity and control of their destiny, his cry still echoes, Black Power.